No more delay. It's been a little while, so I can't believe it, but this is actually a little nerve-wracking, man. But here it is, so over the last few weeks, there's been a lot of major changes. I had a ton of opportunity, with my new fiance Mallory and my soon-to-be stepdaughter. Isn't that a crazy thing to hear come out of my mouth? God is dead, in Jesus' name. But He's given me some really awesome job opportunities after working really hard at this tree company for, gosh, I guess it was only 5 months, but I was working real hard. I was taking all these different tests, spent like at least 20 hours, 25 hours on all these different tests, certifications that I got, state certifications, and I got a bunch, got a pay raise just before I left, which was a test from God. I got a pay raise, and my last check was pretty nice. All the money went out to bills and other things, in Jesus' name. But nonetheless, God is providing, for me and Mallory, like He always been, like He always has. He always has been, in Jesus' name. And my grandfather's in a whole lot of pain. He's older, and this is his last full-time year landscaping, so I had to make the hard decision. Do I stay in this job, go and get my CDL and my pesticide license and my official arborist license and all that, which would propel me and Mallory to where we need to be, but God's timing is perfect. He said He was going to release a blessing through somebody else. There'd be a little bit of a delay in a dream. Mallory had this dream, but the devil's been trying to attack our finances and our faith in so many different ways, and it just hasn't worked. But I made this big transition to give up this job. And I can go back. I'm on good terms, but I don't know if I'm going to be in Maine or in Ohio by the time, I'm living with my beloved Mallory and Evie, in Jesus' name. So I made that transition, and as a result, I got another pay raise. I just started working with him, so next week I get my first paycheck from him, and things are coming together, although there's some devastating things happening right now also, that requires a lot of faith, and that's confidential, but, everybody's got family stuff going on, but, there's some serious things going on, like with most of us, to be honest, in the Christian life here. But the last thing that I told Jesus that I would give Him glory for is something that I was just released from. And it was legal. Way back from my past, something came up to haunt me. And I got summoned to the court fairly recently. And for 3 months, I was waiting in a lot of anxiety because this could completely change my life. It's way back in my past, and I had completely forgotten about it, but he came up and it was serious. There was jail time involved, of their choosing, whatever time they wanted to choose. Fines, anywhere from $5,000 to $1,000 and much more fines after that. Just thousands and thousands of dollars, and I would also be completely shut down physically. I would not be able to go anywhere. This was an extremely serious case against me, and I showed up. I talked to officers over the phone before I went there. I prayed. I fasted the day before and didn't eat a darn thing. I got 4 hours of sleep because all kinds of warfare came against me also. And traffic. This car just sped past me here. Caught me off guard. There was so many things that went wrong. And it was a little scary. But last thing I said was, you know, before I walked in was, Jesus, you're my lawyer, and I trust you. You know how scared I was when I said that? Because I knew what was facing me. It would have completely changed my life. It would have changed Mallory's life. Would have changed Evie's life. She would have been wondering, where's Justin? What happened? You know, and Jesus just showed me so much grace that I went up to the top of the courtroom, and everybody was getting paperwork for their criminal cases. Mine was very much criminal. And I said, hi, my name's Justin Willett. I see that people are getting their paperwork. I'm just getting my paperwork. She said, is it criminal? Because I'm handing out papers for, like, serious criminal offenses. And I said, yes. She said, what's your name? I said, Willett. O-U-E. She said, after looking for a couple minutes, I can't find your name here. She said, I'm not sure if your case exists. So you might want to go downstairs before the court session starts and talk to the clerk and find out if you even have a case today. Now, as soon as she said she couldn't find my paperwork, I had that feeling in my discernment. I'm like, oh my gosh. I think that my case was dropped. And Mallory said that this would happen in faith. And she was just hoping and praying in faith. With the faith of a mustard seed. I went down to the clerk. She looked up my name. My case wasn't there. I wasn't even put in the system. But I got summoned to the court by an officer? What? How does that happen? How does that happen? That's Jesus. I kept my cool, but I wanted to freak out in joy right there. I had all kinds of papers ready with me to present to the judge. I was going to be representing myself, defending myself. But no, Jesus would have been defending me even if the court session was going. But Jesus said, no, that's my son. He's sorry about what he did. He's learned his lesson. I'm not going to allow his life to go back to destruction. I'm going to bless him and allow him to provide for Mallory and be a dad. And to continue to receive the deliverance that he needs to receive and the healing that he needs to receive. And I'm going to throw this case out. Jesus came through in a crazy situation. I just lost my keys a couple days ago too and went through the ringer to get it and had to get a new one. Didn't have a car for a day or two, but now I have new keys. Now I have a new key fob. My other one didn't work. So, been going through some things, but thanking the Lord and praising him through it, even though I was attacked with a lot of fear and anxiety, and I really had to get a hold of that and declare the word. You know, perfect love casts out all fear. But man, you get put in a situation like that where your faith is tested. I passed the test. You know, there were a couple times I slipped into despair because I was like, this is just horrible. My whole life's going to change. But I spoke the opposite. I spoke the things that were not as though they were, in faith, as if it was already done, which is what we're instructed to do in the word. And look where I am now. God's grace. It's just wild. It blows my mind. Y'all believe in Jesus, y'all better believe in Jesus. Y'all want to have a daily, intimate, loving relationship with him because it's so rewarding even though things get so hard. I love you guys. In Jesus' name.